Okay then, year 5. So before I explain what I'd like you to do today, give yourself a pat on the back, all right? Look how far you've come. So if you've been with me since the beginning, this is your 25th lesson, which is absolutely superb, all right? I'm really proud of you, so well done. What we're doing today is just a little recap on a few topics that we've already covered, okay? So you can see the first 4 questions, A to D, are multiplication. I would suggest using... I would suggest, and again, I'm sorry, it's hard being left-handed. I would suggest using your column addition. For those, E, F, and G, remember, we use known multiplication facts when we're multiplying by 10. So for the first one, you might say, well, I know what 3 times 8 is. Yep, it's 24. Now, when I go to 30 times 8, my answer becomes 10 times bigger. And then when I go to 30 times 80, that answer becomes 10 times bigger. Okay, so follow that pattern and you get the right answers. Next bit, how much change from a £20 note if your food costs H, I, and J, those amounts? The easiest way I think anyway, is work out what you add to those amounts to get up to £20. That's your change. Next 2 are fractions of amounts. People always forget these for some reason. So, for instance, say I was asking you to work out 3/4 of 16. First thing you do is ask yourself, how many times does the denominator go into the amount? So it's 4. 4 4s and 16. And then I multiply that answer. So for me, it's 4 by the numerator, which is 3, isn't it? So my answer there is 12. Okay, so I say, how many 4s in 16? 4. And then I multiply it by the top number. Write down the factors of 30. So that's all the numbers less than 30, including 30 as well, that I can count up in, and I land on that number. Yep. So for instance, if you count up in 2s from 2, 2, 4, 6, do you land on 30? If you do, it's a factor, isn't it? And write down 2 multiples of 4 between 120 and 140. So the multiples of 4 are all the numbers that 4 counting up in lands on. 4, 8, 12, 16. Yep. You've got to write down 2 numbers that I land on if I count up in 4s between 120 and 140. So really good luck. Pause the screen now, press play when you're ready to go through the answers. Okay? All right, great stuff. So first one is 448. Let me change the colour of the pen. So 448 for the first one. Next one is 810. And we got 2091. 3,408. 30 times 80 was 2,400. 60 times 50 is 3,000. And the last one is 2,800. Really well done if you got those right. So I'm going to do these in my head now, so you have to bear with me. 2 ticks. How much change from a £20 note? If it costs £10.39, I would add on, to get to £20, £9.61. So that's your change there. That's a little decimal there. Next one would be £11.76 change. Hopefully these are right. I'm doing them in my head. And the next one is, it would be £17.94. If any of those are wrong, I'll do 100 press-ups, all right? Let me know. Okay, K, 2/5 of 30. Okay, how many 5s go into 30? 6. 6 times 2 is 12. And 2/3 of 27. How many 3s go into 27? It's 9. 9 times 2 is 18. So there's your answers there. 12 and 18. Write down all the factors of 30. They are 8, and they are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15. Remember, when I'm halfway there, I can go straight to the end one. So there are all your factors of 30. You only get the mark if you get them all. It's really important to remember. And let me rub out those so they don't get in the way. Okay, the last question. 2 multiples of 4 between 120 and 140. Okay, well, if I count up in 4s, right, I know that 40 is a multiple of 4, don't I? If I double 40, that is a multiple of 4. And if I add on another 40, that is a multiple of 4. So from 120, I can just count onwards in 4s, can't I? So I go 124, 128, 132 and 136. So if I get rid of the first one, because it has to be between, they are your four options: 124, 128, 132, and I don't know why I wrote that. It's been a long day. 136. All right, so they are your four possible answers. So if you had two of those, give yourself a mark. And like I said at the start, really, really well done, because you're smashing it. Okay, 25 lessons in lockdown, and if you're not in lockdown, even better. But those of you who are doing them in lockdown, well done. Okay, so have a lovely day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Maths is fun.